Hey everyone, I'm Maddie with Temple of Geek here at Anime Expo, and today I am talking to none other than Danny Motta. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you here. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. I'm way more stressed now than I was 10 minutes ago because your friend over here told me I look like anxiety from inside out. So I'm really excited about my fashion choices today.
It's okay. Let the Luffy sunshine roll over you. So it'll be good. It'll be great. It's totally fine. Yeah, we got this. So what is the coolest thing you've seen so far or experienced here at Anime Expo?
Crunchyroll's doing this big solo leveling activation. I don't know if it's each day, but it's this huge dome, and you go in and there's like screens all around, and you have to do like the opening trial of solo leveling, and it's really fun in that kind of like, I feel like kids might be embarrassed to do it, but like adults are like, oh, what a fun family activity. But it was making me feel old because I was like, oh, what a fun little thing we're all doing together and participating in.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. I haven't had a chance to check that out yet. I might need to go look at that. That's really cool.
What's the coolest thing you've seen here?
What I've seen, oh my gosh, I am loving all the Kaiju number 8 love going on right now. They have the big cardboard cutouts of stuff. The cosplay here at Anime Expo is really like what I love to see. It really is. Yeah, the big builds, the intricacies, like it's incredible.
No, it's crazy. The coolest thing about Anime Expo is just being absolutely like surrounded and drowning in anime related stuff.
Yeah.
Because a lot of cons, it's a mix mash of different like superheroes and some anime and video game stuff, and this is just anime.
Yeah.
And so that's cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. I did get to go to the Kinnikuman panel. It's an anime that's been around since like the 80s.
Gotcha.
And they're bringing it back, and that was a really cool experience. Mamoru Miyano was there, and
very cool.
A lot of Temple of Geek followers know that I'm obsessed with Bungo Stray Dogs. Danny Motta fans, you know his love for Bungo Stray Dogs.
I do love Bungo Stray. We both like copped out of dressing as a Bungo Stray Dogs character today because it's too hot.
It's way too hot. But like seeing him in person was really cool.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Yeah, so can you take us through a little bit of what inspired you to start creating the content you create?
I'm very loud and none of my friends like anime, and so this is the next best thing to having friends. But it was like similar with a lot of like newer content creators. COVID was happening, and I was at film school, and I'd made a bunch of like sketch comedy videos just for fun, and TikTok was blowing up and COVID happened, and I was like, oh, what if I like chopped one of these up and put it on TikTok and just to see what would happen. And the first one like blew up, and I was like, oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
And then I just kept chasing that high. And then it's funny because it was like a sketch with me and this girl who I was like friends with her friend, and she hardly liked me. But like, and so we put up this video and it blew up, and she was like, can you take down that video? And I was like, this is everything I am right now. So I took that down, and that drove me to be like, I want to make this like, I want to see if this was an accident. I want to see if I'm funny enough to make this like happen again. And it's just really fun to have like, you know, my type of content's really fun for me because a new show or movie or game will come out, and I just get to talk about it, and then there's like feedback to that, where people are like, yeah, new Black Butler is great, it's got this crazy arc, and again, none of my friends are into anime, so I know I've chosen horrible friends.
You have. I'll be your friend, and we can talk about anime. It's fine. It works.
Thank you so much. Thank God. Finally.
See? You got it.
It's all led to this. Now I can retire.
Exactly. See? Done. Interview over. Kidding? So, you know, you said that your first skit blew up kind of unexpectedly. Was there anything else that you posted that, like, you were not expecting it to go as viral as it did?
I feel like it's almost the opposite, where, because you always have to kind of, like, hope a video will do well, otherwise it's like, why am I posting this?
Yeah.
And so when they do well, it's less of like, oh, I didn't think people would like that, and more like, thank God that one did it. But there have been some videos where I'm like, this is gonna be my magnum opus. This is so funny, and nobody watches it. And that sucks. That's tough.
Yep.
But
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I totally get it too. As a cosplayer, you put work into these videos and suddenly you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But hey, I know there's that saying where it's like, if 300 people were in a room with you and they all watched what you did, that'd be a lot of people. So sometimes we have to kind of take the 300 or whatever.
I've never heard that
is.
before. That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's such a great optimistic way to
Right?
live. Yeah.
So if like 30 people liked your video, that's 30 more people than zero.
Yeah.
Like it's
30 people vaguely like my thing enough to tap on it.
Yeah, exactly. So you just got to kind of roll with it. But
Yeah.
I totally get that. Yeah. So how did you go from sketch type content to your incredibly popular reaction videos?
So when I was doing sketch stuff, I was having a lot of fun, and I definitely miss doing that, because when you're like every Friday I'm gonna put out a sketch, your brain will become more creative, it feels like. Like, if you asked me today to come up with a sketch video next Friday, I wouldn't be able to. But back then I was able to pump out so many ideas, because that was where my brain was at.
Right.
But I was like, I want some series that I could do where it's part 1 through part 50 or whatever. And so then I ended up I made a video where I was yelling about an anime or an Avatar: The Last Airbender character. And people were like, you should do this with Zuko, and then you should do this with Toph, and so. And I'd found my series, and I was like, from this, I can branch into anime, and from that I could branch into video games. And so it's just this progression of trying to both narrow in on a niche and then broaden it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was Avatar the first version of your reaction videos, or was there a different show that kind of started that?
Did you watch? Oh, actually. Well, so yeah, Avatar was technically the first, and then I moved on to My Hero, but I
Okay.
was still just talking about specific characters. For whatever reason, one day I was like, I'm gonna watch an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and do jokes intermittently. And that was the first one, and nobody watched it.
Oh, no.
But I was I remember being there's something here. This is fun enough that I want to pursue it.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, Skate the Infinity was the one that blew up. Yeah, that was awesome. That's the great part about doing stuff like this is I never would have watched Skate the Infinity without it.
Right. Okay.
And it's such a phenomenal show.
It is. Yes. And we need season 2. Come on now.
I know, please, we need it tomorrow.
We literally. How did you react when they announced the OVA in season 2 for Skate?
I was hyped, but it's one of those things where it's been so long that any news that isn't a shadow drop of an episode was just dulled on me.
Oh, okay.
It's the same as with Yuri on Ice, where they canceled it, and I was like, yeah, no, duh.
Duh, yeah. Yeah, obviously it's not coming.
Yeah, this show from 10 years ago that Mappa's never talked about since.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. They're too busy breaking our hearts with Jujutsu Kaisen.
No. They just want boys to punch.
I know, but
Sometimes they gotta feel.
they really do. They really do have to feel. So hopefully, Studio Bones isn't Mappa, so
Right.
I don't think Skate's gonna get the
Hopefully
Yuri on
not.
Ice treatment. We'll have to manifest it.
Yeah.
So out of watching, these shows for your reactions, have you found one that's become kind of a quick favorite for you?
B-Stars, I
Okay.
think. I became the most... Ayo. I got a little one from behind the camera. I became the most, aggressive fan of B-Stars.
Really?
At such an aggressive speed. Because I was there's such a roadblock with B-Stars, and it's the first episode, and you see, a nude bunny, which sounds like an oxymoron, but not in this show. But then episodes, 2 through the rest of the series are so good.
Yeah.
They're so well written, and, it just proves, it adds to my theory that, the only actual good anime and manga are written by women. And it's just never been disproven.
Right.
They're all so good. But yeah, I think B-Stars was the
Okay.
fastest to grab me.
Nice. That is one I have not seen yet. I need to watch that one.
Oh wait, can I give one more?
Yes.
Have you seen Madoka Magica?
No, but I heard that one's amazing too.
That one's high art.
Yeah.
Madoka Magica is a 10 out of 10. It'll never get knocked a wrong
Okay.
kind of anime.
Okay.
Beastar still has that, like, well, why are they all animals?
Zootopia for grown-ups.
Yeah, it's Zootopia mixed with Euphoria. Like, literally, that's what it is.
That's like the perfect description.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. What are you watching right now? Like, what are some of the anime that you're super into right now?
It's like the worst time to ask. This is the worst season of anime.
Oh, no.
We just got a whole filler season of Demon Slayer.
We did.
My Hero's like chugging along as always. Is there something that I like was really into right now? Not really. I like just finished the case study of Vanitas, and that's pretty good. Season 2 is like leagues better than season 1.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, nothing really. Right now is a slow time for anime.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and Vanitas is amazing. That one is one
Yeah.
of my favorites. It's definitely underrated. I feel like more people need to be into Vanitas. But now that the manga's coming back, hopefully they'll get it rolling again because it caught up. The anime was like caught up with the manga.
Right.
So.
No, for sure. It's if you're like a Bungo Stray Dogs fan, a Moriarty the Patriot
Yep.
fan, this is just like the next
Yes,
step
yeah.
towards I don't know what, but like they are in the same ladder.
Yes, it's like there's like the big three, and then these are like in the big three of their own,
Right.
like with the crime, anime
Yeah, with
kind of
the
thing.
ambiguously gay,
Yes,
like
be
smoochy boys.
Yeah, be gay, do crime,
Be gay, do
or solve crime. Like,
That's what's no, they just do crime. What's funny about Bungo Stray Dogs is that they operate like they say they're a detective agency,
right.
but they operate on like Power Rangers logic, where they're like, we beat them up, let's leave.
Let's go.
Like, they arrest nobody.
No.
They send no one to jail.
No, except for Fyodor, but we all saw how that played out.
Oh yeah, they sent him to like a weird like suspension, yeah, like a nonsense jail with one of their detectives.
Right, that's true too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, very cool. All right, well, those are all the questions that I have for you. Danny, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Can you let our audience know if they don't know where to follow you? Can you let them know?
For sure. You can follow me on YouTube at Danny Motta, and TikTok, it's the same name. I should have been like, YouTube and TikTok is Danny Motta. Instead, I've confused all of it.
That's okay.
But yeah, just my name. Just look me up. You'll find me.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. This was awesome.
Awesome.